Dusty.
What?
Nerd Den 613. Welcome to Nerd Den. I'm getting an error when I hit go live. It's saying air broadcast is already live. So we've been live? What the hell? Okay, I got an error. I had an error, and now it says it wasn't resolved, and now we're live. This is great. Everything. Hello, everybody! Friday. It's a good day. Woo! Nerd Den. Let's go.
Are we live?
I think we are. I have no clue. I'm gonna assume that we are live. Dusty, might one check if we are live or not.
Yes, we are live, but we've been live since you said, Dusty, it's not working. So thank you, Jesus. We were not live while I was talking about the Jews. It's fine.
Okay. No. What were you saying about the Jews?
That they're wonderful people and God's chosen people.
No, it's okay. I am one of the chosen people.
Yes,
I will transmit any message. Hey, Reality says, good evening. You are live. Yeah, we had an error. It was like, you're not live, but we were totally live. So how's it going, man? No, Dusty, please continue on with your Jewish discussion. I, as someone who has read the Torah and been bar mitzvahed and has been to synagogue pretty much my entire childhood, I would love to hear what you have to say about the chosen people.
How about you give me some of that Jew money you hide under your bed?
I always used to say, growing up, you always deal
Where's
with
your gold, Kyle?
Bro, like growing up, I mean, you know this, Avery. Like growing up, like you deal with a lot of stereotypes, especially in Jacksonville, so everyone, always thinks because you're Jewish, like your dad owns a bank or something. And I was just always like, yeah, man, like whoever, like whenever that meeting, that secret Jewish meeting was made where they handed out gold bars, like clearly my family was not invited.
Yeah.
Like I missed the Jew meeting where we get to like beat the hell out of a leprechaun or something and take his gold. I'm not really sure what happened there. Oh, hey, Andrew.
Hey, guys.
How you doing?
Very tired.
We're just talking about we're talking about how amazing it is, how much fun it is to be Jewish.
Oh, okay.
Actually, Dusty was saying some incredibly insensitive things.
Don't you mean Avery said some incredible?
No. Dusty was being incredibly insensitive, and Avery was like, "Now, dear Sir Dusty, hath he no gentlemanly manner."
You mean to tell me Avery was scolding Dusty for making jokes about Jewish people?
Isn't that the way it works?
Yeah.
Todd just got his feelings hurt. Now he's being a pussy.
No, I didn't.
Hey, everybody out there. Guess what really gets under Todd's skin?
What? I don't even know.
About his Jewish heritage.
It absolutely does nothing for me. I have no. I think being a part of this crew for 30 plus years, if I had any sensitivity about being Jewish or you being Catholic or being a redneck or being a black man in America, I think we've passed that point now. We're working on the half Asian guy as we speak, but
Oh yeah, he's got to pay his dues of abuse.
Yeah. I think he's been paying his dues of abuse.
Jeez, all we need is for Dusty to transition, and then we've completed the set.
Oh, my Lord.
No, man, I got the pure white Aryan blood. We're good.
That's right.
Yeah, well, we already got that with me, so me and Avery.
We're
actually, I'm not pure white.
Yeah, don't you have a little bit of green in you?
Cherokee.
Yeah.
This land is your land. This land is my land. Hi, how you doing?
My blood is miscegenated.
I'm glad we're off the rails. Here I was being like, man, I don't know how much we can cover tonight, and and here we are. Hey, here's a topic. Andrew, guess what we've introduced my kids to right now? They are watching. A classic movie. I'll give you. It's a classic movie.
Goonies.
close. That is, we were talking about this. This is on our list this summer. Melissa and I are going to break in the kids to like a whole slew of classic movies, and shows. Before I reveal the movie, I actually
Can
introduced
I get a
them
few
to
more
Giant.
guests?
Yes, I actually, but here, I also introduced them to Giant Robo, the animated series, yesterday, and they loved it. Totally
Okay.
different, but the movie tonight,
Is it
you're on the
live
right track.
action or
Though.
is it live action or
Live
animated?
action, you live action, you were on the right track. You were
The
super
Last
hot.
Starfire.
Oh, I got to put that on the list. I don't think I have Last
Um,
Starfighter on our list.
Gremlins 1.
No, that would scare the hell out of them. Are you kidding me?
Well, Gremlins 2, which is a little funnier, but
Gremlins is terrifying for a little kid. You have to. They're
plus
still
that's
in
a-
the
plus
phase.
that's a
They're
Christmas
look
movie. You know?
just to put it in context. Like they're still in the phase when they see blood on TV. They freak out because they don't understand it's not real, right? So nothing too. We have to be a little careful.
You know, I
Try
was watching-
one more.
I was watching
Hellraiser.
Reality Elevator says Krull.
Krull. Oh, that's a good one. No, it's not. Why is it coming in? I'm not seeing my chats. Oh, there it is. It just came in. Great.
Yeah.
No, not Krull, but Krull is Krull for kids? Is that a
I
PG
saw it as a
movie?
kid and didn't understand it. I thought it was cool,
Yeah.
but I didn't understand it. So
Yeah, I saw Kroll as a kid, but it was the 80s.
yeah.
Well, that's what I'm
Like
saying.
things were not as
we're like,
sanitized
ooh.
back then.
Back to the
Yeah.
Future.
No, but that is on our list.
Okay. Jaws.
That's a good one.
You know
Jaws.
Jaws
no,
is PG-13.
it is not. Is
Look
it
it up.
really?
Yeah. Look
Is it
up.
really?
Yeah.
That's terrifying.
Yeah.
Krull is a sick movie. No, and
Beastmaster.
Beastmaster is one of my
Oh.
all-time favorites.
Oh, yeah.
But I don't know. I think there's some gore in there that we got to be careful of.
Yeah.
Porky's. I'm just kidding.
I love that movie. But no.
Well, you do know that I introduced my daughter. She was 13 and told me she watched Pulp Fiction on TNT, and I said that's not the way to watch Pulp
That's
Fiction.
not the way. You can't watch Pulp Fiction.
So I introduced her to. I said you got to start from the beginning, and I introduced her to the special edition of Reservoir Dogs,
Oh shit.
and then we went from there. So
Yeah. Reality says E.T. That's another one on our list. I'm a little worried about it because it is kind of scary. But no.
have they ever watched
yet.
Stranger Things?
Hell no.
Okay. Stranger
No.
Things is really dark, but it's
It's
got
super
that 80s
no.
vibe.
Not
It's
with
got
that.
that
But
80s
it's got the
vibe.
80s vibe with the scary
Totally.
monsters. I mean, they're little kids. Would you like me to tell you?
It doesn't have jump scares though. Those I hate
No.
jump scares.
No. Would you like me to tell you?
Sure, go ahead.
Karate Kid.
Okay, yeah, sure.
And when Daniel-san gets beat up and he has a black eye, they were like, "Did they really hit him? Like, is that real?" And I was like, I had to pause. Like, no, it's not real. It's makeup. They wanted to make it look like they hit him. It's like it's not real. It's fake.
Do you know I heard somebody talking and they were talking about Star Wars. And I don't know why I didn't bring up Star Wars, but
That's on my list of some too.
the only time you see blood in a Star Wars movie was in A New Hope when Obi-Wan Kenobi cuts off the guy's arm in the cantina.
Right.
That's the only time you see blood in all the movies.
Yeah. That's by design too.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, but
Well,
yeah.
it's from what I understand, it's shot for shot from a Asian movie, a samurai movie that was
Yeah,
Steven Spielberg,
Kurosawa
and they
films.
were big-
He was
yeah.
huge into Kurosawa.
Yep.
Yeah, he was basically like taking from like spaghetti westerns and Kurosawa films. I mean, it's actually interesting because that's like the stuff that he took from other movies is actually the stuff that's good. The minute he started directing, that's all the stuff that's kind of not good. It's but he's a visionary, and that's okay. I mean, everyone is good at something.
Like-
Everyone's good at something.
Do you know which of the 9 movies George Lucas actually directed? And there's only 4 of them.
Yeah, didn't he directed A New Hope?
Yep.
And then he directed the first 3.
Yep, that's right.
Yeah. I mean, A New Hope is magically good, and the first three. I mean, I know you differ, but I think they're pretty terrible.
Yeah, has anybody
Maybe
seen
maybe
the,
now with time, maybe they're better.
In
but, like,
hindsight, they're way better. What and the thing, and it's because the story is so light. Now, if you watch the first three movies and watch the Clone Wars show where it fits in,
right?
it makes it much better because you get the story arc of where you get to know Anakin, the hero, so his fall to Vader to the dark side is now tragic. If you just
Right.
watch the three movies, you don't spend it. You still never really get to know Anakin, the hero.
Right.
You just see Anakin, the whiny bitch.
Yeah. Now, have you
Right.
guys seen the trailer for Alien Earth?
Yes, it looks dope.
Oh my God, it looks
well,
good.
really quick, Reality says Seven Samurai is one of my favorites. Seven Samurai is awesome. It's super good. That's a
Also,
classic.
the
It's so
inspiration
good.
for Magnificent Seven,
Yep.
Yes.
which has been remade a couple. The last remake was actually pretty damn good. I wish it had done better in the theater to give us another one, but with Chris Pratt and Denzel Washington,
Never saw
good flick. Good. Oh, it was good. It was good.
It was good. It was good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Anybody see
Well-
the latest Superman trailer?
Not yet. I haven't
It's-
watched it yet.
The trailers have gotten better and better. The first one was a little silly and hokey. The second one, I know everybody's like, "Oh, the dog's so stupid." I love the dog, and this latest trailer was really funny. It was really good. It was good.
I was a little worried. I'll be honest. Like I want to love the Superman movie. Same thing. The Superman movie and the Fantastic Four movie are two movies that I want to love. I'm starting to have my doubts about Fantastic Four based on things I've read. I'm withholding judgment because a lot of times they're full of shit. The Fantastic Four movie, the things that I loved about the trailers so far, I love the shots, I love the scene, I love that it's Neo 1960s. You were here, I called it that it was an alternate reality, like a multiverse. Obviously, because I was like, the only way they can end the movie is that the Earth gets blown up and that they go into that Earth and they try to stop Galactus from going to the 616. Like,
They
it was
don't have
really
to blow
obvious.
it up. They just have to get like lost in space, where they come through.
Yeah,
to
but
another
it's more
dimension.
dramatic if they blow up a planet. Come on,
Yeah,
man.
but then they have to have the guilt of being responsible for blowing up a planet. I don't.
Yeah, that's even
they don't-
better from a hero's journey perspective.
Not for the first family. They're heroes. They wouldn't let that happen. I don't think that's going to happen. If it
Okay,
does happen,
fair
I'll be
enough.
really, really sad. Hey, you guys want to see something cool that my son gave me?
Of course. What is that? Oh, awesome.
It's my toothless popcorn bucket.
Oh my God, is this a thing now? It's they've made this a thing where it's just like crazy popcorn buckets is now a thing.
Yeah,
Have you seen the Galactus one coming out for Fantastic Four?
It's an $80 popcorn bucket, but it's a huge Galacticus head, and it's $79.99.
Galacticus. He said
Galactus. You know what I mean. Shut up.
It's a huge Galactus head.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
it's
pretty
Matt.
badass.
You haven't seen it? They've got several different ones.
He saw the one for Aliens. Not Aliens. What's coming out? Is it? Oh, geez. He told me what it was and I forgot, but he said it looks so freaking cool. He's got to get one. So, but what is it? He told me about the Mission Impossible one, which I said, I don't really care. There's the Fantastic Four one coming out. There's I forgot what it was, but he said it looked really freaking cool. So, yeah, the popcorn buckets is a new thing.
Yeah,
They're
all because of
collectibles.
the Dune. Everybody wanted to fuck the Dune one.
Yep.
It was the Dune one that
Well,
did
they've
it. Now,
been-
everybody didn't want to. Wait a minute, Avery. I don't
They
remember anyone actually saying they wanted to fuck the Dune popcorn bucket. I just remember them making a joke about it. There's a difference.
There's
a
truth.
difference.
There's truth in humor. Somebody fucked that thing. Somebody somewhere fucked the Dune bucket. Even if
To be
even if
fair,
they,
look.
even if they use the alien head bucket to do it, they still did it.
To be fair, it was late at night. The lights were off. I didn't know it when I did it, and I realized it in the morning.
I promise you, I will never do that to you.
Wait. Hold that one up again. Do it. Do it, Andrew. Do it.
Don't do it.
Oh man. But yeah, so Karate Kid, and then so we were going so Fantastic Four. That was my feelings about Fantastic Four. Superman, the first trailer, I don't know. I mean, I understand why they did Crypto first, because I think Crypto is what's going to attract a younger audience that doesn't totally give a crap about Superman. In the same way that Groot did for Guardians of the Galaxy. Like, I totally get that. In my opinion, I think that's what they were doing. I so want to like this movie, and right now I think I'm gonna dig it. Like, I think if it has like the 1970s Christopher Reeve flavor, but with the Tim Gunn monster stuff, it's gonna be badass. That's what I'm hoping. That's what I'm hoping for.
It was the Jurassic World Rebirth popcorn bucket.
What is that?
It's a
Oh,
just
that's
like-
wicked.
it's like a it's like a science thing that holds a baby dinosaur in it.
Wow. I have to say, I kind of dig the fact that they finally figured out some weird collectible to go with movies. That's actually pretty cool.
Well, he has the Deadpool 2 one, or the Deadpool 3 one, which is baby Deadpool.
Okay.
Let me see if I can find an image of it. Yeah, he showed me the one for Captain America, and I wasn't really like cool. It wasn't that great.
Was it like a shield or something?
Yeah, well, there was one with a shield, and then there was a shield, and then there was a bust of the Red Hulk. Oh, here's what the this is what he has. He actually has this popcorn bucket and actually took it to the theater to go see.
Where? I don't understand. Where's the popcorn?
It holds a cup and popcorn in the back.
Oh, okay. That's fascinating.
Yep.
That's kind of cool. That's kind of neat that they're like designed now.
Hey, really quick, Todd.
Yo.
I was telling you, I've been trying really hard to get this meeting I need to go to on Monday scheduled,
Yes.
and I'm feeling pretty good that I'm good to go now. So
Oh, good. Awesome,
Yeah.
man. Do you want to hit me DM me real quick? Let me know. that
yeah,
you-
it took a lot of work, but I think we're good.
Awesome. God.
This is the one that didn't do anything for me. It's cool, but
Oh, this is the Captain America.
yeah. I wasn't gonna
Yeah, I see. I knew they were just going to do the shield. Like, I knew they were just going to have like the shield in some form or fashion. Not that the shield is bad. It's just a little dumb. Like, it's just a little not special, I guess. You know.
With the wings. Oh,
Yeah, it's okay.
it's
I mean, it's not terrible. It's not terrible.
but it's terrible.
It's not terrible, but it's a little terrible. Yeah. Anyway, here, Dusty, I'm gonna mute you real quick, or can you mute yourself,
Oh, yeah,
buddy?
sorry.
I hear you. That's okay. Yeah. So, I like that. So, are you actually collecting popcorn buckets, bro?
No. He just specifically got that one for me because he knows how much I like How to Train Your Dragon. So I haven't seen the new movie yet, but plan to.
Yeah, I might take the kids to that. I think they'll enjoy it. It should be for kids.
Have you seen the original movie?
No, I haven't. I don't think the
You
kids have
haven't?
either. I'd have to. I have to show. Do I? Well, you don't have to see the original, do you?
No.
No, they're the same thing.
It's very much a straight, well, pretty much a straight remake. But you've never seen How to Train Your Dragon?
No,
No,
What?
never, never, ever.
no, never. Is it good? I mean, I heard it was really good. So
I don't know how we can be friends. I just don't understand.
I've never
you
seen
like
it.
a lot of. Wait a minute, you like a lot of gay shit, though.
There's been 3 of them, and they're great. Okay, hold on a second.
There's been like 18 Fast and Furious. Doesn't mean I want to see it.
There's been 10 of them, and I've seen all of them. What about Kung Fu Panda? Have you seen all 4 of those?
Yes, I've seen all of the Kung Fu Panda.
No,
Kung Fu
I
Panda
haven't
is
seen
awesome.
all of them. I watched
Kung
the
Fu
first
Panda-
one. That was enough.
Wasn't that your
Kung
like,
Fu
first
Panda. Wait a minute.
movie?
Shush. Kung Fu Panda #1 was the very first movie I took Melissa to when our very first date was Kung Fu Panda.
Yep.
So there you go.
And she
don't-
still married you.
I don't remember what our first movie was, but I do remember we had a big fight before we went to go see Bram Stoker's Dracula with Keanu Reeves, and we had crappy seats because the only seats we could find were like up in the front and on the side of the theater because they didn't have assigned seating back then, and we were uncomfortable and we were pissed at each other for some reason, but we spent the money on the movie, so we had to go see it. I don't remember what our first movie was, but we saw a lot of movies when we were dating.
You guys
I
you
really-
always see a lot of movie.
I really love that Bram Stoker's Dracula movie, even though Keanu Reeves is terrible in it.
Now, have you seen the trailer for the new Dracula, the Luc Besson?
I
No.
Yeah, I've seen part of it. I'll see that eventually.
Yeah. Well,
Luc
it's-
Besson will always be in my heart because of The Professional.
Yeah.
I love that movie so much.
And
It is a perfect movie.
what's his name? Guillermo del Toro is doing a version of Frankenstein for Netflix.
Yeah.
A Frankenstein series. That looks like it could be good.
I wonder if he'll he might. I wonder if he's doing his own version of Hellboy in that way. Did you watch the Mignola documentary?
It was good.
Yeah,
I
it's
thought
really
it was
good.
interesting. It really got the. I got the impression that Mike Mignola, while a genius, is also insanely a difficult human being, and
Yeah.
kind of a pain in the ass and
Aren't
a
we
real
all?
pussy.
Aren't we all?
No, like a screaming crybaby about how he wants everything his way. I got the impression that like the first Hellboy movie, he just kind of let it happen, and the second Hellboy movie, he was like fighting with Del Toro about like what would happen and what it wouldn't happen, and it's his character and all this kind of shit. You know,
Sure.
that was the impression that I got.
Yeah.
Whatever though.
Yeah, whatever.
I didn't
So-
care for that second movie either.
Well, I enjoyed the second movie
Oh, that my
more
other
than I-
account.
more than I liked the remake.
Which one?
I liked the second movie more than I liked the remake, the David Arbor
Yeah.
remake.
Yeah, I liked
That one-
liked
that-
the second one.
Yeah, I did not like the David Arbor movie. Now the new Hellboy movie is really good.
Yeah, but nobody's ever going to see that.
It's more true horror, right?
Yeah.
That didn't go in theaters, did it?
Yes.
Or if it did,
just-
it had a very limited run.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it did go to theaters. It's really good.
You want to hear something so funny? So Mike brings me posters, right? When they're getting ready to throw them out, he brings them to me, and I put them out for sale, right? And
Mhm.
somebody picked up the one that said The Crow, and he brought it to me, and I said, just so you know, this isn't the original Crow. This was the recent remake. And the guy went, oh, okay, you can keep it. And then somebody else grabbed it and brought it up to me, and I said, just so you know, that's not the original Crow. It's the remake. And she went, no, it's okay. And put it back. I had 2 people put the poster back. It was
Well,
just so
because the
funny.
original is freaking classic, man.
Yeah.
Maybe she'll let the kids watch The Crow. I can't
Ooh,
do that.
I don't think
That
they'd
would be so
understand it. I don't think that.
No way, dude. It's got death in it. Like I'm telling you, my kids don't understand anything. They can't separate. Like they don't separate yet. television from reality. So
If you're
everything they see
trying
on
to s-
TV is real. You know.
If you're trying to scare the shit out of them, you should let them watch the movies. You know.
Yeah, no, Hellraiser. We're gonna do it. No,
Oh Jesus, that's child abuse.
yeah, I would never do that. That would be super. Or like again, you know, if they really piss me off, I'll just force them to watch An American Werewolf in London.
You know,
That's like the scary.
no,
It's still the fucking
you know what?
horror.
The never-ending story would still freak them out, and so would
It's
Legend.
true. Yeah. And if I really want to, yeah. Well, Legend. What was in Legend that would be scary? I don't remember.
Tim Curry, the
Demons and
demon.
unicorns.
Yeah,
and,
Tim Curry as the demon was,
Yeah, dude, that would be terrifying.
and Tom Cruise also. I remember him wearing like a really really short tunic in that movie.
You want a movie that will traumatize your children, even though it's a children's movie? Never Ending Story is one, but Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. I still have
Really?
nightmares about that one. Oh yeah.
What? Why?
There's a character in the movie called the Child Napper. Ooh, scared the ever living crap out of me every time he showed up on screen.
How about
And then he inspired you.
how about
Oh God!
how about the original Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory?
Hey, the only way to face your fears is to face them head on.
Oh my god. Yeah, for a second I thought you were going to say the only way to face your fears is to give them head.
Oh, God.
Yeah, that's what I just said translated in Todd speak.
It is. In my mind, that's what it shall be.
Todd's
Shall
gonna
be
show
what
his
it shall
kids Black Phone.
be. Oh.
You know they're doing a sequel to that one, right?
Reality
That
says
movie
I
was
think the
actually
first-
pretty good.
hang on.
It was
keep going.
good.
It was
Reality-
a Stephen King story basically with a decent ending.
Yeah.
Reality says I think the first Hellboy movie was the best. I think so too. It was a really good movie.
Speaking of Steven Spielberg movies, the movie AI. That'd be a little creepy for your kids, but it's good.
That
movie.
wasn't any good though.
No,
Was it? I didn't.
It was okay.
It was like watching Blade Runner. You didn't actually understand it all the way through, you know?
Yeah.
The only problem I
Visually,
have
it was cool.
the only problem I have with AI is that I had so high expectations for it to be a Stanley Kubrick film, and when it turned out to be a Spielberg film, I was disappointed because I wanted it to be a Stanley Kubrick film. If it was a Stanley Kubrick film, it would have been amazing.
I'm looking. If you're looking for two movies, just in movies in general, that to utterly traumatize your daughters and like make them years down the road blame you for everything that's gone wrong in their life,
Okay.
may I suggest the original Alien, in particular the chestburster scene,
Well, yeah, I'm not going to
and
do that. For my
Clockwork
kids, but-
Orange, and in particular the scene where Malcolm McDowell
Jesus.
is tortured. There you go.
Yes.
Oh, I
No,
agree
no.
with-
Yeah, that's
I
true.
agree with Reality Elevator, Poltergeist.
Poltergeist
God.
scared the
Or-
tar
The
out of
cl-
me,
Dude, the clown. The fucking
Yeah.
clown, dude.
No. It was the rice that got me.
Or
The
you know what?
rice, yeah.
Or you know what?
Oh,
Or you know what? If you want something more kid friendly, but by that's still profoundly disturbing, the Polar Express.
yeah.
Never seen it.
The Polar.
the,
why
uh,
would the Polar? Is the Polar Express scary?
It's very dark.
It's not that. It's just that this was one. It was
It was very dark.
It was, but also it was because of the animation. Basically, this is one of the first fully animated CGI movies that tried to be realistic as possible, and they didn't just fall into the uncanny valley. They fell in there with a bulldozer and a giant drill and just kept drilling down to what lies beneath the uncanny valley, and then they open the door and let what lay beneath come run out and frolic.
To be fair, if I would probably try to go for that movie and accidentally pull out Snowpiercer instead.
Probably.
Yeah, I was wrong. I forgot this thing. Jaws is PG. It wasn't PG-13. I don't think they had PG-13
Really?
in 1975.
Is it
Yeah.
really?
It's PG. Yep. it's
Did they
rated
make a
PG.
PG-13 or an R rating because of Jaws? Like,
I
was
don't know.
Jaws the trigger?
I don't know which movie would have done it, but which movie?
That's crazy to me.
Or
That's
let's ask
such a
the
scary
question.
freaking movie,
What
man.
was the first movie to get a PG-13 rating?
Yeah.
Ooh, wow. Believe it or not, the first movie to receive a PG-13 rating was Dreamscape in 1984. However, the first film released with a PG-13 rating was Red Dawn, also in 1984.
Really? That's
Both of those are good flicks.
Wolverines.
Both of those are good flicks.
Yeah, well, Red Dawn is one of my all-time favorites. Like the original. I never saw the remake. I don't know anything
It's
about the remake.
terrible.
Says the PG-13 rating was introduced in 1984 to address concerns about violence and gore in PG-rated films like Gremlins and Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom.
Oh yeah. Sure, I can see that because Temple of Doom is crazy, dude, with the heart
Oh,
getting
yeah.
ripped out of the dude's chest.
Yeah.
I mean, well, actually, for me, it was always Raiders of the Lost Ark. I mean, I remember I saw when I first saw when I was a kid, and I saw the Nazi face melting scene when they opened the Ark.
Mhm.
What, years later, for years afterwards, whenever I saw that, whenever I watched that movie, I would always like mute or fast forward or close my eyes that scene because it just really freaked me out. So I look at it now and I'm thinking, yeah, those practical effects, they haven't really aged well, have they?
I don't know about that. Is that true?
I don't know. I mean, I haven't seen that movie in years, so what do I know? I might be remembering it wrong.
I don't know. You might be. I don't really remember. What's going on in comic world, Andrew? How is the retail business going?
Good. Several films initially received a PG rating in the past might be considered R rated in today's standards due to changes in how the Motion Picture Association ranks movies and evolving audience expectations regarding violence, language, and mature themes. Movies like Poltergeist in 1982 and Gremlins in 1984 were often cited as examples of films that pushed the boundaries of the PG rating at the time and their release and might have received an R rating if released today. Actually, I heard somewhere Footloose would have received an NC-17 rating had it been made
I-
today.
I could maybe really. What was
Well,
it?
there was-
Sex?
There was rape, or
Oh,
I don't know if it had
remember.
you. Yeah, that was a subplot in the movie. So,
I could see that if that was a. I don't know. I also think today's kids are like super pussy.
yeah, well,
I mean, it proved me wrong, you know. Just saying.
it just goes to show you, back in the day, the Hollywood industry felt Jaws was perfect. Jaws, Poltergeist, and Gremlins was perfectly fine for our young eyes. We were like 11 or 12 back then, and they were like,
Mhm.
yeah, that's fine. Kids realize it's all fake, right?
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. Just let
Right.
them get smoked. Let's smoke them. Get them. Let them.
Yeah,
Let them.
Maybe kids today should have nightmares, you know?
Yeah, well, back then they let us buy candy cigarettes and candy cigars.
And play with gigantic lawn darts
Yeah.
and jump on
Well,
what are those things called? What's the thing you have in your backyard, Todd?
trampolines.
Trampoline without nets around it. They used to let us do
Yeah.
that too, you know? Right next to the above ground pool.
Yeah.
I don't see the problem.
Of course not. You grew up in that area. You survived that era. We survived
yeah.
the 80s. Bottom line is we survived the 80s. We need a t-shirt that says I survived the 80s.
For real. I do feel like if you don't, if it doesn't kill you,
Yeah,
like,
dude. Back then, they handed a parent was going to be at work, so they handed their 5-year-old a key to the house and said, "Good luck." Like when they left school out every day to get home because they were at work.
yeah, or they just
5-year
like never, or if they did the same thing and just never came back.
Yeah. We had latchkey kids, man.
I ever tell you guys the story of how my mom decided she had to quit her job and stay at home because we could not be latchkey kids anymore?
No.
This was I was in 7th grade, maybe, and my
Okay.
sister would have been a year or two or 4 years behind me, so 3rd grade, and we were going to the same school, elementary school, maybe, in Mayport, and we were living in a trailer because our house, my parents, my dad had retired, and they were building a new house, so we had to live somewhere. So we lived in a trailer park. And one day, Tracy and I came home, and we decided to go outside and play. And we were there by ourselves, and it started to rain. And me and Tracy were running around the backyard, playing in the mud, and just having a great old time. And my mom got home. She opened up the back door. She yelled at us to get into the house. And we came running to the back door, and she looked at us and said, in her immortal words, she said, "Even dogs know when to come out of the rain." And I can remember at the time thinking, are we getting a dog? And instead, my mother got a cat. She got Chun-Ji. She got the Siamese cat that terrorized everybody. And she then quit her job to be at home for when we got home because we were wild and crazy children.
because even dogs knew more than you did.
Yeah. Even dogs
Yeah.
know to come out of the rain. That's what she
Yeah,
told
that
me.
makes sense. That makes a lot of sense, I think.
I'm telling that story at her wake.
Great.
I got a lot of them. I'm
As
working
long as
on
you have a
bunch.
plan. As long as you have a plan and a motive.
Yeah, I should write this shit down.
You should. Yeah. That's really funny.
So I did pick up a few comics this week. Let me see. I picked up, of course, the controversial. I honestly think they're trying to make this controversial. This is The World to Come. This is the Joe Quesada, Christopher Priest,
Yeah, how
Marvel
is it?
Knights issue. The issue was good. It was interesting, but it introduced a T'Challa's son who defeats him in combat, and he's a blonde-haired, blue-eyed white kid.
They're just trying to. They're
So-
honestly, they're all they're trying to do is subvert expectations, like because they get oh, everyone gets swapped. Okay, well, we'll swap it the other way. It just
Yeah.
doesn't work.
And
How's
I
the art?
actually-
It's Joe Quesada's art, right?
Yeah, it's Joe Quesada. It's good. I actually went back and picked up a blank cover version.
Okay.
So maybe do something with it. Who knows? Eventually, you never have it. I picked up Batman, Absolute Batman issue number 9, which is the introduction of the Absolute Bane from. And I got to show you guys this one page. You guys have seen Absolute Batman. He's huge. He's a monster of a character.
Yeah.
Well,
he's the Incredible. It's the Incredible Hulk in a Batman costume.
And I'll be honest, one of my favorite visual representations of Bane was the one from the cartoon series The Batman, in which he was head to toe in black, and when he would venom out and mass out, he was red underneath. And when he expanded his uniform, the black uniform became like strips, and he was like busting out of that, and he was red, and it was like I love that look of him, very animated style. This is what he looks like when he venoms out.
Hold on.
And look at Batman.
Good Lord.
He's literally like a 10 times larger monster.
He's 30 feet tall.
Yeah. And here's a funny thing. The apparently this was a swipe at one of the creators. This is the title page, and as you can see right here, that's Bane's head
Hmm.
right there. Right there's his face.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
this is like what happens to his body when he expands. And
That's
the
kind of cool.
one of the creators, I think it was Graham Nolan, when he saw the designs for this version of Bane, said he was an
Mhm.
abomination.
So they're just like going against the critics in the comics.
Pretty much. Pretty much.
God.
But we'll
that's
see
so
how it
gay.
goes. We'll see how it goes. One I picked up last week was Imperial #1.
Imperial.
Which is Imperial. It's Jonathan Hickman. The art doesn't really matter, but the story is very interesting. The Hulk goes back to Sakaar, where the battle planet that he was there, being he was a slave, a gladiator, and then eventually became ruler. He's going back and he's taking She-Hulk and Amadeus Cho, who's got a new name. I don't remember what it is, but because one of his children, who was the ruler of the planet, they created a new planet called Neo Scar or Scar Neo or Sakaar Neo or whatever, had been
Mhm.
murdered.
Okay.
And he's going back to bury him and put him, because apparently he has many children on Sakaar. And
Mhm.
this was his oldest, who was not just what was the guy's name, Scar, that actually made it back to the Earth. So he has other children, and one of them was the ruler of this planet, and he was murdered. And turns out somebody is it's like a murder mystery story, because all these races are coming together, like like um, Nova's dad is Jason, and he's like the
Mhm.
leader of some empire, and then there's the Kree and the Skrull, and all the different empires in the space empires in the Marvel universe. They're getting together because Hulk's son isn't the only person that was murdered. There's many more that were recently murdered, and including Jason's daughter, who was like a regent of his world, was poisoned, and they were able to put her in suspended animation, so she's not dead yet, but she's dying, and they don't know how to solve it. And it's literally a whodunit space uh, murder mystery set in the world of Marvel's space alien universe.
Mhm.
And apparently, I mean, I don't know if you guys know it, but at one point, Wakanda became a space-born um, country where Wakandans went into space and they became, you know, aliens of some type. Well, apparently they're setting it up so make it looks like Wakandans were responsible for the murders and so forth. So
Huh.
yeah, we'll see what happens. But it's
That actually sounds like
Nova,
a decent story, though.
it's the Kree, it's the Skrull, it's the Wakandans, and the Hulks are thrown in the middle of it.
I mean, honestly, it sounds like a decent
Yeah.
storyline.
The first issue
I-
was a double-sized issue, $6.99 for a double-sized issue. Still a little bit too much money, but it was good. It wasn't bad. Yeah, how much money you spend for an issue, it better be a damn good issue if you're going to charge more than $3.99. Speaking of
Yeah.
just a good issue that was fun, this is one your daughters would probably like. This is Trinity, daughter of Wonder Woman. The way they've set up the story is the kid version of this character
Mhm.
meets her young teenage version, who's traveled back in time to help her out because she's going through some issues with not knowing who her dad is and so forth, and not never meeting her dad. And so her teenage version of herself goes back in time to comfort the little kid version, and then for some reason the two of them think good idea is to go further into the future to see her as a young adult, because that version would have all the answers. So they and then a super corgi steals the time machine that they were using, and they're stuck where they're at. So it's all
Okay.
three versions of the same character stuck together, which goes along with the whole Trinity thing. One of the things I did not notice, and I don't know anything about this character to know why it is, you'll notice she has a gray lasso in one hand, a gold lasso in another, and a black lasso around her chest. She
Interesting.
carries 3 lassos, and they didn't really explain why or what they are or anything. So hopefully we'll get more out of it.
Is
But
is this her
it's
first
cute.
appearance?
No. She first appeared a little while ago.
Well, I guess the
she's
reason I'm
not a-
asking is like, I guess the reason I'm asking is like, is there some lore that just because you're not like a super deep into the character, like, is there a reason?
Yeah, I have no idea. I don't know enough about the character. This is actually the first comic I bought of her. So this is when the teenage version shows up to see the little girl version, and I'm the daughter of Wonder Woman, and they're both daughters. They're the same character, just different versions. And then there's something else going on, like in the backstory, and they go into the future and they meet the young adult version, and then she sees a statue of her dad. It's like, oh my gosh, I have a dad, and the little girl has never met her dad, so that's kind of like the whole thing. But there's corgis in it, super puppies, and I mean, it's cute.
Yeah,
It's
maybe
cute.
the kids,
It's absolutely
might
cute.
like
And
it.
the
Yeah.
the art's a lot of fun, and we'll see where it goes. There's a little twist in the end, so it could be interesting.
No, I could
So,
totally see
yeah,
the kids liking that.
DC's putting out some really good books, and they're putting out good books for all types of collectors, for the hardcore collectors, for the new readers. They've got a Sonic X versus DC Universe book that's coming out right now, which is kind of cute. So I mean, they're doing a lot of different things. And the other thing I picked up, one more, was Geiger number 15.
I can't believe they're already on issue number 15.
Well, this is like the second series. So he
Yeah,
had
it's
a regular
crazy.
run series, and then this is a new one. And Ash Arden, who is the glowing woman who has the same powers as Geiger, when she's glowing, I mean, the character just looks freaking incredible. I mean, I love it. I think it's great. But it's Gary Frank art, and Gary Frank knocks it out of the park with every.
How is he doing a monthly book? He can't be doing a monthly. He must have been working on this for years.
He took breaks. Like in the first story arc, somebody else. It was I think it was Paul Peltier that wrapped up 2 or 3 issues for him. So yeah. Like the thing I'm amazed about is we're up to issue 12 or 13 of Redcoat, and that's Brian Hitch, and Brian Hitch has done the art on every single issue.
He's done all the issues.
Yep.
Wow, that's actually impressive. Like, if that's my only concern with these guys is like they're all top notch. They're all top notch, but like none of them do a monthly book.
It's like a double page splash of this pages 2 and 3 of this issue.
Wow, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Is that Gary Frank?
Well, yeah. The guy that does Absolute Batman, he took a break after issue 3. Somebody else did issue 4. Absolute Wonder Woman, the main artist took a break after issue 5. There was a fill-in issue for 6 and 7. So to go 12 issues like Brian Hitch on Redcoat, 12, 13. I think the 13th issue is coming out this month, and he's still the main artist on it. Means
that's wicked.
He's either working his ass off, or they got a huge, build up before they publish.
Like a lead.
Yeah. Built a big lead, yeah. So, but yeah, those are the ones I picked up this week. I enjoyed them all. I didn't think I wasted any money, so I mean that's a good thing.
Yeah, that's wicked, dude.
Yeah.
You got me curious about Brian Hitch doing because I'll be honest, like a character called Redcoat doesn't totally interest me.
It's one of the better ones of the Ghost Machine. I mean, they're all good, but Redcoat is consistently a good one. Geiger's been good. Redcoat's been good. The other ones are like give or take. I mean, Rook, the one with what's his name, Rook, whatever, I forgot the name of it. They did 6 issues, and it hasn't come out again since then. I think they're just taking a break before they start.
Isn't that Ryan Sook's character?
No, not Ryan Sook. Geez Louise, I got it over here. It's the guy that did Batman for a while. He got famous for doing Batman. Fabok, yes.
Oh, Jason Fabok, yeah.
Jason Fabok, yes.
Yep.
But yeah, I'm enjoying this book, The Seasons, which is up to issue 4. I'm looking forward to issue number 5. This is by the
What's
same
that?
team.
Wait, what's
The Seasons. This is the
yeah? What's
one.
that about?
This is Kirkman and the guy Paul Azaceta. These are this is the same group that did Outcast, and this is their new book, The Seasons. And I mean, it's not Kirkman, Rick Remender and Paul. Rewind. Kirkman and Azaceta, whatever his name is, did Outcast. So it's the same artist, but working with Rick Remender to do The Seasons.
Okay.
I like it. It's very much it reminds me of Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. It's a little freaky
Okay.
and it's good. And I told you about
Well,
told you guys-
Azeketa, isn't he's the guy that did I know Azeketa's work from Hawkeye, right? Didn't he do Hawkeye? Am I wrong? Am I totally wrong?
he might have. I don't think he's known for it though. Maybe.
Oh yeah, I'm looking at it right now. This guy, I saw that first issue where she's on a bike, right? We talked about this.
Yeah.
And the whole thing where she's like following a piece of paper or something for the whole issue.
Yep.
I love this guy's
There's
style.
4 issues out already.
Yeah, this guy's style is so good. Very storyboard. It's really. I mean, he's been around as a kid. I believe has been around for a very long time.
Yeah. This is issue 12 of Redcoat. It's got a wraparound cover by Brian Hitch.
Oh, that's
and
cool.
Interior art by Brian Hitch. And it's Brian Hitch all the way. But
does it
it's good
look like
stuff.
he's doing a monthly book? Like is it like all like 2 panels or 1 panel? Like
Honestly, I really do think he got a big lead on this.
okay,
And
yeah.
because I think they're establishing this character and the story and his history, and I'm almost fairly certain they had to spend a lot of time doing that. They're not.
Okay.
It's not just a. It's just not. It's not a monthly book. They had to plan this out ahead of time.
No,
but,
I understand that.
It's all him, so it's good stuff.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Those are some good comics that are out right now.
Excellent.
Yeah.
That's really cool, man. God, yeah. I do have to say, I do think I know the comic. Now that the comic industry doesn't really exist anymore, the comics are pretty good.
No, the bottom line is there are good comics being produced out there and published out there. It's
Yeah.
it's,
Sorry about
it's
that.
a
Look up
true
on-
thing. So,
Yeah.
but it's not the old days, and
No.
it's not,
And that's okay.
It's not the crappy days of the last 5-10 years, but there is a resurgence of really good books.
Yeah.
And when I went to the store recently, and I went by the Marvel section, and there's just nothing but tags. New this week. That it's an utter flood the shelf type thing from Marvel. Whereas
That's a bad deal, man.
Or when you go to DC or to the independents, you're going to find some good books. I don't buy a lot of Marvel just simply because they don't put out a lot of good stuff.
It seems still killing it a little bit, it seems.
Yep.
Oh, did that drop?
No, I still hear you.
Oh. Did that make sense though? Like, is it like basically DC and Image?
Pretty much, in my mind. Some of the best books out right now are Image, believe it or not. There's a lot of crappy books out, but
Yeah, I want to see Geiger. I can't. In my mind, that whole big imprint is like so new, but it's been around. I mean, it must have been a few years old now because it's like 15 plus issues on series 2 is quite a bit.
Oh yeah. I heard your boy Zach was talking about the Absolute Batman, about how he had originally heard they were saying that this was going to be like a 2-year project, and then that was it.
Mhm.
And if the books are good, I don't see any reason why they can't just keep going, keep continuing. And
No,
Absolute Batman still gets a lot of press, and they talk about it a lot. And I am enjoying the hell out of Absolute Wonder Woman. I think that's one of the best titles out.
I'll be honest. I don't actually understand, and I don't think it's a generational thing. I genuinely do not understand the hype around Absolute Batman to the point where I'm like, is it fake hype? Like, I know everyone was like, yeah, but like, I don't understand why it's like the art was okay and the story looks stupid. And I don't understand the hype around it.
It's a different take. It really is. I mean, if you picked up Absolute Batman #1, you would consider it an Elseworlds title. And the fact that they're
Sure.
making a universe out of it is kind of interesting. But it literally is an Elseworlds universe.
Okay.
You know,
I mean, I guess
Absolute
that's
Wonder Woman, Absolute Flash, Absolute Superman. These are the characters you know, but with a different twist. And
so
instead
that's
of
just
calling
pretty
it
much
Elseworlds
it then.
Batman, it's called Absolute Batman. Yeah. No, just
I guess if you saw it as like as an Elseworlds thing.
that's
Yeah.
exactly what it is.
Yeah. What'd you say? You said something. I cut you off.
I don't remember.
I don't know.
So you looking forward to the convention next week?
Oh hell yeah! Are you kidding? Like,
You want to talk about that
absolutely.
at all, or
Sure, let's do it.
okay?
Hey Todd, can I ask you a quick
Yeah.
question?
Of course.
Is there? I'm assuming Charlotte has an airport.
Yes.
Yes.
Because you know you're always asking me to come up to these conventions, and I always say no because I can't. You know, honestly, I don't want to pay for the gas money and the drive. I can just fly up there.
It's not a bad drive. It's only 6 hours. I mean, it's really not that bad at all.
Yeah, I just had to take my truck in for servicing, and long and short of it, it needs about $4,000 worth of work. So I ain't driving long distance nowhere for the foreseeable future.
Understood.
Yeah. Well, you know, like it's not like it's not dying at the moment, but it's just, you know, new tires, new brakes, transmission. Plus, there's like a wood. It's just plus the engine. Anyway, I'll shut up now. Go ahead.
All right. So this is the convention that Todd and I are going to the next weekend. It's the 43rd annual Heroes Convention. It's been going on since 1982. Now, I don't technically think it's actually it's the 43rd year, but it's not the 43rd show because they skipped a couple of years.
They skipped
There
a
were
year.
2 years.
Yeah.
There were 2 years during COVID that they skipped, and there
Yeah.
was 1 year earlier on that they skipped. So
Yeah.
But who they have listed on the flyer here is Arthur Adams, wonderful. Scotty Young, John Romita Jr., Brian Stelfreeze, who's a regular every year.
Legend. Yeah.
Roy Thomas, Chris Claremont, Jim Starlin, which I think is pretty fantastic. Stephanie Williams, okay. Gary Conway and Amanda Connor. So those
That's
are
cool.
Pretty big names for the front of the flyer.
Well, you know who I'll tell you who I'm excited to see that I just found out was coming. And I don't even know if they're listed on here yet, but and it's not gonna be big for you because you don't care about this guy. But Craig Thompson's gonna be there.
Oh, okay.
From Blankets and Habibi and his new book called Ginseng Roots is out. And I'm excited because like he's phenomenal. He's a phenomenal talent. This stuff is really good.
Yep.
And he only puts a book out like once every 10 years.
Now this is their featured guest list, and it's a lot of people in the featured part. You know, if they have this many people in the featured part, that all the regular people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So let's see how much time we got left. We got 25 minutes. We can do this.
Yeah, you got time. Whatever, just do it. You're good.
All right, you got Art Adams, which fantastic, freaking A. But I've already met him before. I've got him to sign stuff before, so it's
Does that matter though? Really?
I'm not going to get a sketch from him, and there's no way I'm getting on his list. So
Yeah.
you got Dave Adkins, Laura Allred, and Mike Allred, Bob Almond, Inkwell Award, and the Inkwell Awards. Okay, Jim Amash, Bill Amend. I don't know who that is. I'm gonna skip names. I don't know who they are.
Yeah, just
Brian
skip.
Anderson, yeah.
It's okay. There's a million
Let's
people, so
see.
just skip the ones you don't know.
Robert Atkins, I know him. Daryl Banks, Mike Barron, very cool. Let's see, John Beatty. Let's see, Andy Bennett, I know him. Okay. Steve Bird, why does that name sound familiar? He's a host of something. Okay, maybe that's where I heard. Philip Bond. Let's see. Brett Breeding, very cool. June
Yeah.
Brigham, excellent. Actually, trying to think if I have a copy of Power Pack #1 that I could get signed. I think the only copy I have is graded. So, Pat Broderick. Let's see. Mark Buckingham, very cool. Jim Calafori, Ben Caldwell.
This
met
is
them
why I
before.
like this convention. This is Reality says he reads Dark Horse a lot and Belgian comics and other Euro stuff. Yeah, like this is actually one of the reasons why I love Heroes Con is because it's all art. It's all artists. It's just art. It's a traditional. It is correct me if I'm wrong, Andrew, but it's pretty much like the last original style comic convention.
I
Is how I
don't
would
know
describe
if
it.
there's any comic convention anything like this. At least
Yeah.
not this size. You get a lot of small local cons that'll have a few artists and dealers and so forth. Where it doesn't have you don't have Marvel and DC and studios and stuff like that. This is like a 10 times larger local con.
Yeah.
So yeah, it has a lot of the stuff we liked about going to conventions, just bigger.
Yeah.
You know, I remember driving all the way down to Tampa just to go to a little hotel show, to check out the dealers and to check out the artists. And this is 10 times that size and just loving it,
Hmm.
back in the day. Let's see who else we got here. Mark Chiarello, Amy Chu, Chris Claremont, very cool. Amanda Connor, Jerry Conway, Dennis Cowan, okay. Paris Cullens, oh wow, that's awesome.
Who's I don't know that name.
Paris Cullens did
Yeah.
Blue Beetle
Oh.
back in the day, back in the 80s. Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Let's see, Shane Davis. I'm just looking for names. Mike DiCarlo.
That'd be cool. I might pick up a couple of Shane Davis stuff.
Tom
I don't-
DeFalco, Jeff DeCal. Yeah. Todd DeZago, the writer of Telos.
Oh, Tommy Lee Edwards is gonna be there. I should say hi.
Yeah, you should. Let's see.
Michelle Fife is gonna be there. He's awesome.
Yep, David Finch. Let's see. Dan Fraga.
Jose
Franco,
Luis
Ron-
Garcia Lopez, bro.
Ron Friends. Yep. Oh yeah. Definitely bring in my copy of Atari Force #1.
Oh, our Atari Force. Yeah, I gotta go through. I gotta go through this. I'm actually gonna get. I never ever get signatures. I think I'm gonna get some signatures this year.
Yeah.
Michael Golden. I wonder if I should get Michael Golden to sign the covers of the body bag stuff.
He charges. Last time I got something from him, I had to pay for the signature.
Really?
Yeah, it's like at least $20 or maybe more.
Oh, I
So
can't do
just,
that. I'm
Yeah,
not
just so
gonna
you
pay for a
know.
signature.
Yeah. There's
Not
a lot
gonna
of
do
them
it.
that will charge. So let's see. Sanford Green, Mike Grell, the art of Mike Grell, because Mike Grell, of course, won't be there. Let's see. Gene Ha. Oh, Gene Ha. Damn.
I didn't know he was still doing stuff.
Yeah. Cully Hamner, Bo Hampton, Scott Hanna. Let's see. Chad Harden. Okay. Let's see.
Adam Hughes is gonna be there this year.
Oh, okay. He wasn't there last year, was he?
No, Klaus.
Klaus
Oh,
Janson.
dude, bro, Klaus Jansen's going to be there.
Ooh.
I think I need to get so I have the large, oversized black and white
Yep.
original art, the art book for Dark Knight Returns.
Yep.
And a couple of years ago, I had Frank Miller sign it. Remember?
Yep.
That was that in New York? No, that was
New York. No,
that was New York.
That was one
I
of the
got- 'cause
last
I- 'cause
times
it-
we went to New York together.
Yeah, because it almost broke my back because the book weighs like 50 pounds. It's huge.
Yep.
And I got him to sign it. And I remember turning around and being like, cool, I need to get Klaus Janson to sign it. And the dude wasn't there.
Yep.
He was there, but he left early. And I was like, and I missed it. And so now I can maybe get Klaus Janson to sign my book. So I'll have Klaus and Frank on there, which would be dope.
Yep. That would be very
That'll be
cool.
awesome. Yeah, that'd
Daniel
be wicked.
Warren Johnson, Casey Jones, J.G. Jones, Dan Jurgens. Oh wow. Let's see.
Jay Lee.
Was Jay Lee here?
Yeah, he's down there.
Oh, you're ahead of me.
I'm sorry.
Jay Lee. Let's see. Ron Lim. Oh wow. He's still around. That's good to know. Alex Maleev does some gorgeous stuff. Laura Martin. Mike McCone, Bob McLeod. Some of these are names I see a lot. They do a lot of shows. So Al Milgram, Tad Moore. Let's see. Todd Knock. Kevin Nolan. Oh, wow. Ryan Oatley. Steve Oliff.
I'm telling you,
Of course,
dude, it's
Jimmy
everybody.
Palmiotti.
It's
Dan
going to be
Paso-
everybody.
Panosian. I saw John Pearson, almost said Jason Pearson.
Oh, man, I wish.
Andrew Papoy, David Peterson, Brandon Peterson, Richard and Wendy Penny, Stephen Platt. Todd, Stephen Platt.
Well, I was never into Stephen Platt, but I'm glad he's doing stuff. That's cool as shit. I'll buy a book from him nowadays. I bet he's way good now. He was
Tom
terrible.
Rainey.
I mean, I know he was popular, but he sucked back then.
Andrew Robinson, John Romita Jr., of course, Bud Root, Dan Rosa. Oh, wow. Dan Rosa's still around? Holy crap. Okay. Craig Russolo, Stephanie Rocks. These are all names. Mark Schultz. Very cool.
That's cool. You're going to pick up some Xenozoic stuff?
Well, I have that issue of Xenozoic Tales #1 where he signed it on the inside.
Oh,
I
yeah.
want to get it graded, but it'd be cool if I got him to sign it on the outside, you know?
That would be cool, too.
Yeah.
Like a double signed issue? Kind of?
Well, Jim Shooter, Don Simpson, Andy Smith. Oh wow, okay. Haven't seen.
Look how
him
many
in a while.
people are coming, dude. Look at this.
Yeah. Brian Stelfreeze, of course. Carl Story. Yeah. Ben Templesmith. Really? Okay. Craig Thompson.
Wait, signing time is Friday. Hold on. 1 to 3. Saturday, 11 to 12:30. Sunday, 12 to 2. So really, I need to get it Friday, 1 to 3 and 5 to 6.
Billy Tucci. Let's see. Charles Vess. Really? Man, we had Dexter Vines. Didn't I already say him? Or was I thinking of somebody else?
I think that's somebody else.
Let's see. Lee Weeks. Awesome. Let's see. J.K. Woodard. I know him. Scotty Young. Tom Zahler. I know him.
Dude, it's so incredible. Like, it's such a good show. I love the show so much, man. It is, you had to know that if I was going to move from New York City, it was going to be somewhere where there was going to be a good convention nearby,
I'm pretty sure you planned it that way. You married your wife because you knew her parents were from Charlotte.
It might have played a part. It may have played a part. I can neither confirm nor deny.
And this is Indie Island with all the indie creators.
Yeah, I'm telling you, the show is huge. It's my all-time favorite show. It always has been. And it's not, it's just, I know it's a little bit of nostalgia and stuff, but no, it's just, I love seeing so much art.
Hold on a second. I know Rich told me he was coming this year. I don't see his name anywhere. Might be under exhibitors. No. I wonder where he's at.
I don't know. And I'm sure this is riveting to everybody who has no clue who any of these people are. We're just like, oh, John Doe and Bob Thornton and Katie Burns.
It's about the same. It's about the same as every week.
Good.
Here,
Good.
I got here. Hold on. Let's I'm going to cut this for a second. I'll share something really quick because it's almost time anyway. So I did want to share and do a shout out for Peter Simeti for his campaign. He's doing a print your comic on newsprint campaign. He's almost there. He's got a $15,000 goal. He's hit 13,373 with 103 backers, 18 days to go, which is dope. He's added a bunch of stuff like the quality. So for those that are not sure, have no idea what this is, basically, Peter is a publisher. He's been doing it for 19 years. He's a great guy. He's based in the US, and the problem that he's solving is twofold. One, printing costs have skyrocketed, and a lot of comics are printed overseas, a lot of them in China, and with the tariffs and everything like that, it's just getting harder and harder to do. The other issue is that Peter is a pureblood. He's kind of like us, where to this day, the best printed comics are the ones on newsprint. There's just something about the way a comic book image and illustration looks with the color when it's on newsprint. The image is more lively, and I don't know what it is. The way that I can relate to this is like the same way that people say that vinyl sounds better than CDs or MP3s because the quality is better, or in animation, the way that 2D animation has more life than say like some computer animation, not 3D necessarily, but some other like digital forms of 2D don't have the same life. It's the same thing. Like the newsprint with the colors, with the art, just is a perfect match, and it is damn near impossible to do it nowadays. Printers don't, like, these big printing companies don't really have the ability, and so he's been doing it. He found a printer that did it, but the costs are going crazy and everything else. And I guess he did a lot of research and realized that within the last couple of years, like within the last 2 or 3 years, the new home printers, there are now specific home printers that will print on newsprint, like high quality newsprint. And the other important thing is that, like, and I'll show it on screen here, like an old school comic, a real comic, lays flat like this, right? These new comics, when they print, they have a bow. A lot of them from these self-published things have bows, and it's awful. It's terrible. So you can see, let's see some new ones. Yeah, like this is the new test prints, updated 6/12. You can see the quality of this. Like the blacks are solid black. The colors are popping. They lay perfectly flat. like legitimately flat comics, and the colors in the inside are just perfect. Like it's just so nice. I am extremely interested in this, especially since we have a few books of our own. We've got a couple that we've printed before in the past. Where we're going to be printing and making a lot more. I want this to happen. So I'm going to be. I haven't supported it yet. I will be supporting it. Look at these. Like I wish I could make the images larger, but you can just tell by looking at the picture. Like there's no fade on that black ink. Like that is a solid black on newsprint, and those colors are just really, really good. Right, and these are early test prints, but I don't know.
Why did
I look
they
at
stop making them like this?
what's that?
Why did they stop making them like this? Like, what caused a change to where comics are no longer printed this way?
Great question. It's actually the digital revolution. When things got digitized, the paper quality got quote unquote better. And then
coloring too.
Better, and then better coloring followed with Photoshop. And so everyone started moving to these bigger papers. And then as newspapers would fall away, like this newsprint is a step above newspaper quality. But as newspapers started falling away, everyone switched more and more to digital. And so you have a digital press now, not a newsprint press. And so it's really, I'm seeing if he has a little history on this on the page. Yeah, he's this is, he's kind of just, he's not talking about the history of it. But yeah, so it's really a shame. It's just one of those things, like the technology is it basically when this was at its peak, the printer you would need to do this would be the size of a room, right? Like old school, like, you know, you remember seeing like footage of like the newspapers going on these giant rollers. Like that's the machines that would make this stuff. And as they moved to digital, the machines got smaller, and they just said, well, no one's using newsprint anymore. So they made better quality paper. And it's just demand. Who wants shitty paper? Well, comic people do, right? Because this is what it really, it's just the art form, right? It's the same thing with vinyl. Like you can have a home vinyl press now, and there are record companies that will print vinyl, but they're all specialty. Very few are like giant record companies that make, you know, millions of records. Like that's not a thing anymore. There's still tons of records. Every band has records, but they're specialty, a little more specialty. So it's pretty cool, man. This is really exciting. And the crazy thing is not only is it better quality, in my opinion, it's also cheaper because it's newsprint. It's not this high quality crap, or what quote unquote high quality crap. Let me see if they have a story of like why he's talked about it. Yeah, it says, for those that don't know, Alterna Comics has been printing single issue comics with newsprint interiors since 2017. We've worked with 5 different commercial web press printers since then, but due to the ever rising cost of printing and increasingly longer wait times, it seemed like our single issue newsprint days were numbered. To add to the problem, quality also seems to be going down while prices are going up. After a few frustrating experiences in the past 2 years and an extremely disappointing experience with a print-on-demand comic book printer, I decided to see if I could print on newsprint at home. The other issue that he was having, and this is fascinating, is because these printers that do the newsprint, they're more like, I don't want to say low quality. They're more like brochures and really passive things like direct mailers. They're not like magazines and the comics you would buy on the shelves. What he was saying is like he would have 20 or 30% of his supply when they would ship the books to him, 20 or 30% would be damaged because the printers just wouldn't give a shit because they don't know. And so he said that they would open up boxes of comics that they had paid for, And instead of like wrapping the bundling the comics and wrapping them and putting padding inside of the boxes like you would expect, like even like trash paper or newsprint papers on the anything to pad it, they would actually pad the sides of the boxes with his quantity of comic books. And so they would just take his comics and stuff it into the sides. And so he would open it up and like a good 20 to 30% of what he had paid for would be completely damaged. And then he would have to go back to him and say, yo, you guys damaged 30% of my supply. I need that to fulfill orders. That would push his deliveries back. He would have to send apology messages to customers. It would take another couple of months to get the fixed stuff back. All this stuff like adds up, right? Like it just was like, it's just the way the industry is. It's pretty amazing, actually. So I'm very excited. What it means for us as a publisher that wants to do this, for a standard comic, 6.5 or 6.6 by 10.5 inches, that is, let's say we do a 24 page comic. If we do 24 pages and it's 24 by 25. 25 is that's the quantity. If we do, let's say we do 200 full color at 24 pages, it's $2 an issue to print, $2. So to get 200 of them, what's 200 by 200 times $2? Is that 400? 400 bucks.
That sounds really cheap for a custom printing. Like that's incredible.
It's incredible. And this is all because, straight up, like no lie, it's because Peter, who I've spoken to in passing, he doesn't know who I am, but I've talked to him several times over Twitter and email and stuff. It's because he legitimately is doing this, not, believe it or not, he's doing this not as a business. Like he has a business, alternate comics is his business. He's not trying to become a comic book printer, but if he can get all of his costs paid for so that he basically can print his books for free, right? Because he'll have all his paper paid for, all of his supplies paid for, all of that, then he's totally willing to do vouchers to basically cover the cost. I mean, basically he'll be making alternative books for free and he'll make all his money on alternative books. So his printing costs would be paid for 100% free, or not free, but paid for by this campaign. And he'll have to spend a little bit of time to fulfilling other people's orders. But then his publishing arm, which is what he really cares about, is essentially covered as well. So it's really smart. I'm very excited about this. And even at the $25 level, you get samples of your comic. So it's a mini comic. He has two sizes, a mini comic and a regular comic. And we have a mini comic and a regular comic. So I'm definitely going to be jumping into this in some degree, like 100%. I just got to figure out at what level. But I'm really excited by this. It's super cool. So congrats to Peter. It looks like, I mean, don't count your chickens and all, but like he's got 18, he bumped it. He's got 18 days left and he's about 1,000, like, $15 to $1,800 from his next goal. So it looks like we'll get it. And it's also not all or nothing because it's not Kickstarter. So he's definitely going to be doing it. So it's super exciting. Yeah, I think he's going to be really shocked at the demand for this, because I could easily see doing thousands of comics this way, like quantity wise. So I don't think he knows what's about to hit him. So anyway, that's what I got for this. I think it's fantastic, and it makes me very excited to do comics again.
Very cool. Hey,
Yeah.
just one more thing I wanted to show you, Todd, because this is something you might want to take advantage of.
Mhm.
Check out what they're doing at Heroes Con.
You are right there. Okay.
CGC and JSA announced on-site comic book grading and autograph services at Heroes Con.
Oh, that's
meaning
cool.
You can drop your books off Friday morning and get them back the next day already graded. Now, the prices for a modern book is $45. To send it through the mail, it costs $27. But if you do a rush service, it's an additional $15, plus you have to pay for shipping, which is literally about $45. Now, if you
Okay.
want to go cheap, you can send it and not do rush services, and you get it back in a month or so, and it'll cost you about $32 a piece. But this way, you get it the same. You get it pretty much the next day. The reholder services, which is something I need. I have one book that got cracked, and it was a gift for somebody, so I need to redo it. It would cost $40, and to send it, it would cost $25 normally. But to have the turnaround time, the fast turnaround time, be an extra $15. So it would be literally $40 plus shipping. So I'm not sure.
So you can basically get your books get your books signed to the convention and get them. Basically,
Well,
they're
no,
like, "Yep, that person's here."
The problem with this is they have limited slots per day, and they may cut it off early. So if you say, okay, I'm going to take this book and get it signed by this artist, and then I want to get it graded on site, if you don't get through the line to have the artist sign it and get to the booth in time, you already had to pay for it, because you have to pay for it ahead of time. Because they have you have to fill, part of the process is to fill out the form and mark select mail in or show drop off to start your submission. So, but I've got a bunch of books that I'm going to have graded, but this might be a quick way to get it done.
I don't know what I would want to have graded. Like, it's not like.
Do you have something specific in your collection right now that you want to have graded?
I don't know.
$45. I'll add it to my list and we'll do it. So we'll talk more about it.
Yeah, we'll talk more about it. I'm not sure. I'll have to think about it. You know, I'm sure there's plenty, but I just don't know. I don't know what I want to do yet.
Yep. So
awesome.
I'm going to read more into this, and I mean, granted, it'll save me some time, but yeah, I don't know if I want to spend, because I could easily find 10 books I need graded, and that's $450 right there.
Right.
That's like pretty much my entire spending budget. So
that would be the thing.
Yeah. Oh yeah, when we go out to dinner, I'm thinking like McDonald's or Chick-fil-A. I probably can't afford a sit-down restaurant because
you're going to be blowing it all at the convention.
I'm going to be what little bit I have, I plan to spend at the convention. But we definitely got to go out to go out to dinner. So
yeah, we'll take care of it. We don't have to talk about fast food options, you know, on live stream. But
you got a lot of places to eat near you. So
yeah, we're fine. I got all the stuff. We got all the stuff.
Yeah, we got good stuff. We're gonna have fun. We're gonna have fun. We're gonna miss every single one of you, especially Dusty and Zach and Todd and Avery.
I want all of us. I want all of us to maybe next year. I want all of us to go to a convention together. I think it would be so much fun.
Well,
so much fun.
We already talked about next year all going to Heroes Con if I got a table.
We did. Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I think that would be great. We have a year to make stuff and get it all out and get the stuff we're working on now done. So
yeah.
Cool. All right, guys.
We're gonna have fun.
All of us? Does all of us include me?
Yes.
Oh, sorry. I'm straight. Thank you, though.
You can be comic book gay for one weekend.
That was good. That was a good one.
All right. Before we leave, happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there, especially you, Todd.
Yep. Absolutely. All you motherfuckers have fun.
Hey, by the way, has anyone noticed?
Had to turn it nasty.
Has anyone noticed one particular thing that's really odd about today?
No, what's odd now that we have 1 minute left in the show?
Friday the 13th.
It is. That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't realize that till about a half hour ago. So somebody pointed it out to me. All right.
Hey, really quick, I have a crazy neighbor, and I just heard him screaming something about the fucking Jews. So.
Did you really?
Yeah. I'm not going to go outside right now.
Bro, I'm telling you, the only thing.
I'd be like, "Oy vey, what's the problem?"
No. I'll leave you with this. The Jewish people are the only people on earth that can bring the left and the right together on the extreme
To-
side. Because the right is we're controlling everything, and we can control the media and Hollywood and all the all the nasty stuff that happens with that. And the left is like, drive them to the sea, and everyone's like, yeah, okay, that sounds good.
And Todd, don't forget the space lasers.
And space lasers, we have space lasers. Yeah. The one thing we are the only people that can bring the world together, and that is true.
May I suggest that you guys watch the a clip from History of the World Part 1 called Jews in Space.
Oh, that was great. Yeah.
It'll explain all you need to know about the world.
Yes.
Why,
yes.
and why honestly,
Life
Jews are awesome.
life lessons from from fantastic comedy movies.
No, life lessons from that great American sage. Well,
That's right. Yeah, he's awesome. I love Mel Brooks. All right, guys, I love you all too. Happy Friday. And yeah, man, God, is it next week? Is it really next week? We're gonna be at Heroes Con.
Yep.
Now we don't know. We will let you guys know if we're gonna do a show next week. I think we are. I think we're gonna do a show next Friday. So we'll see. But I'm pretty sure we'll be doing one. It's gonna be crazy. All right, love you guys. Happy Friday. Reality, great seeing you, man. Have fun. Have a good weekend. Goodbye. Peace out.
Bye.
Bye.
Wait, why does it say go live on my fucking? I can't. It says go live on my thing. I can't turn it off. It says go live. If I click the button that says go live, it says broadcast is already live.
Everybody is live, so everybody just X out your window.
Yeah,
just gonna
just
all
leave.
Fantastic technology this is.
Bye.
Excellent technology.
All right, guys.
Bye,
Talk
everybody.
to you later.
See you next week. Bye.
Bye.
see you, boys.